Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Franklin here. It's been a while since I uploaded a video, but just to do a little recap, I've been pretty busy. I've been going to a lot of places. I've been to Laker games, and I actually ended up going to the Dodger versus Yankees World Series Game 1 here at Dodger Stadium. Inglewood, LA County, LA, we're all Dodger Nation over here. I was very surprised there was a good amount of Yankee fans out there. I mean, it's one of the more popular baseball teams along with the Dodgers. But I was very fortunate enough to get field level seats. Cost about $1,300 because World Series Slaminators, but at the same time, it's kind of like a question to me is like it was part of a bucket list kind of thing just to see Dodgers in the World Series game, especially at the magnitude of the Yankees versus Dodgers rivalry in terms of history. I mean, who can honestly say in their lifetime they've been to a Dodger versus Yankee World Series game? And that was definitely a really cool bucket list. And if you do follow baseball, you know what happened in game one of this World Series. And that's right, it was a Freddie Freeman walk-off grand slam, the first ever to occur in a World Series game. Phenomenal. Basically a Cinderella ending to game one and one of the most iconic at bats at all time. It's insane. Probably the top sporting event that's ever happened to me in my life. So kudos, and eventually the Dodgers do end up winning the World Series, so we're even more ecstatic out here. But let's get right into the Pokemon action. Now, this isn't necessarily Pokemon related, but it does affect older Pokemon games overall. In a new Nintendo lawsuit recently, they now claim that they can sue people just for playing Switch games in an emulator. It doesn't matter where you got them. And according to more information from Central Leaks, linking to Switch emulators is also illegal, according to Nintendo, and they can sue you for that. According to Nintendo, you sending someone a link to an emulator is trafficking. And what you see in front of your screens right now is an excerpt of the lawsuit that has been put into effect. Now, the results of this lawsuit, this is just recent, so it takes time for a judge to interpret and whether or not this is actually legal or illegal to implement. But if you know the history of Nintendo overall, you know that they are notorious when it comes to intellectual property protection. They want you to play their games the right way. Now, obviously, they're talking about Switch in general here, but I'm going to assume as well that they're also going to implement harsh punishment for you accessing ROMs and emulators of different Nintendo copyright protected games and consoles. For Pokemon fans, if you are a fan of ROMs that basically alter Pokemon games, they're going to go after you. As long as you do not link them, as long as you don't show people the way, I think you'll be okay. They can't stop you from playing a game or live streaming it because they have no idea where you got that from. But if, let's say, for example, you own a Discord channel and you say, you distribute a link that takes people to a ROM site or a emulator website, they will hunt you down. Now, this has been pretty rampant for about a couple years from now. I've seen Discord servers myself, you know, just getting shut down. It's just very unfortunate, all because someone shared a link. And also a lot of Facebook pages back in the day when Pokemon was popping there. Um, a lot of our groups that we were administrators of, we were very, very careful of making sure no one links anything to a ROM or emulator website because it's very bannable. And obviously, we don't want to see Pokemon pages get terminated. I have a very big problem with this because Nintendo, obviously is the one overseeing Pokemon and other franchises as well. Nintendo is very anti-consumerism. I already made a video about this about a year ago, and I'm always against the practice of anti-consumerism. In this instance, say for example, now I know this is a Switch, so Switch is, there's a little bit more leeway with them because Switch is the most current software that's provided to its customers. But if you wanted to play older Pokemon games like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, you want to play Pokemon Black, White, Black 2, White 2, Nintendo's basically saying you have to go get a Nintendo DS or a Nintendo 3DS and buy physical or digital copies of those games. But how can you do that if your eShop is shutting down, the access to Nintendo 3DSs are kind of running out. I know you can go get one right now, literally off Amazon or wherever. But why would that be the case when I have a Nintendo Switch? Are you suggesting that I should be buying more stuff that is currently not in production anymore just so I can play it the right way according to Nintendo? I think it's a little absurd. Easily, very easily, what they should be doing every single console cycle is to provide a massive, massive virtual console library. Have access to every single game in existence from the get go. It should not take forever to do that. The rollout that they're doing for certain games in the Nintendo online subscription right now is extremely slow paced. I feel like if I own the Nintendo Switch 2, which is, the rumored next console coming up, the gaming library should already be set in stone. There should not be any slow rollout. I think that's ridiculous, considering that there are already games that you can play there from the get go. Like, if you can give us a sample size in the beginning, give us the entire library. If you want people to play your games the right way, provide us the resources from the get go. Don't let it be a rollout that takes 7 years. Don't make us buy stuff that is essentially archaic and doesn't function properly anymore. Give us the resources. There's a reason why a lot of people are for emulators. And unfortunately, there's a lot more people that are favoring pirating. I don't blame them because the resources and the technological means of getting them is just not feasible for the common casual Nintendo fan. If you want to play Mario Sunshine, sure, there is a Mario Sunshine game on Nintendo Switch. It's $60, which is quite unfortunate, and that's a whole another topic. But let's say you wanted to play, Pokemon Emerald. If you go to a collector store right now, Pokemon Emerald, depending on the condition and how it is, you're going to be forking up quite a bit of money. If you want to get a Nintendo DS that's able to play Emerald, or even a Game Boy Advance SP or the Game Boy Advance, you're going to be forking up a bit of money. And even then, those consoles are also modded, so the price tag just keeps going higher and higher and higher. If you want to trade a Pokemon the legit way from Generation 3 all the way to Generation 9, it's going to cost you quite a bit of money. And I feel like Nintendo just doesn't get it. Nintendo is asking themselves, why are people pirating our stuff? But at the same time, it's like, well, we don't have the resources. We don't have the means of getting it to our customers. Seriously, just getting a full-on, banged-out gaming library will solve every single problem Nintendo is facing against its consumers. And that's why I believe Nintendo is like, it's like Nintendo is shooting the gun. It's like, wait, why are we shooting the gun? It's just so weird. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of business that's going on, but literally just get a gaming library that's actually fleshed out, and don't put it behind a crazy ass paywall either. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't really been posting, just been busy, as you can tell. But like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to get back into a regularly posting schedule, and hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace.